Hi, thank you for joining me. I'm Monty McKinnon. I'm pleased you're here. Today, I'm answering another email question, and thank you for your questions. This one is really important. This one has to do with humidity, and we'll spin the intro and we'll come right back and deal with that. All right, we are back. Let's talk about humidity. First thing I want to show you is this is my Australian Blackwood guitar. I have had this on the channel before. It's got the armrest on here. It's got Brazilian rosewood here. It's got Brazilian here, Brazilian up here. And on the back, it's got Brazilian up on here. This Blackwood is absolutely gorgeous. It has a lacquer finish and it is like glass. It is just beautiful. And this is the very first sound port that I ever did. And I had help with that one. And then of course, all of this. It has amazing sound. I can't play it unfortunately, but it's going to go to a good home at some point, and that'll make me sad, but it's better to be played than live in a case. Would you not agree? At any rate, this guitar was evaluated in a music store at somewhere between $18,000 and $20,000. And they said that if B.B. King or Glenn Campbell was going into a recording studio to make an album, this is the guitar that they would take. So that is to say that this is a very special guitar. Therefore, I want to make sure it is well humidified. The email said that this individual has a guitar that comes from about 1975, 78, somewhere in around there, I believe it is. It was a Fender guitar, and it was sitting beside a furnace, not in a case, for years. And now it is obviously dried out. What should they do? Should they humidify it? And the answer is outstandingly yes. Get some water into that thing, but be careful how you introduce that. When I have made guitars and sold guitars, I always include an Oasis humidifier. Now, this Oasis, this particular one right here, this one, was sent to me by Oasis, so I want to declare that up front. But I have bought all kinds of these because I have moved guitars in the past, and I find that these are really, really worthwhile. I love the contents, which, by the way, this is your humidifier, and this is a syringe, and you fill this with water. You put it on the top here, plunge it in, and fill this little sock with some water. And it'll take about 2.5 of these in order to do that. Now, normally what you would do is just place this thing right in here like that, put the thing away in the case, and you're good to go. The water in there will last for about, for me, where I am in my climate, about 3 days. So here's what you do. You go to your iPhone. Hey Siri, set up a reminder to humidify my guitar every 3 days, starting now and ending next May 2021.
All right, I've added it to reminders.
There you go. It's as simple as that. So every 3 days, starting from now, I'm going to get a reminder to come down and check this. Why do I want to do that? I want to do that because this is a valuable guitar, and it's a good guitar. Why would you let it go to waste? You can't do that. If you don't humidify your guitar, you'll get cracks. You'll get splits where you don't want them. They could be in the back here. Oh, that would be just tragic. Could be on the side. It's usually confined to the top. However, if you do have a crack, make sure you humidify it, because the humidity will bring it back together. Once that crack comes together and it's like so, you can put some little pieces of tape on either side of the crack and then add some of the very thin very thin. I've got it here. You can add some Starbond thin crazy glue, which will just wick its way in and keep that thing together, and it won't come apart again. Now, the reason for the tape is to take that off so that you can use a fine sandpaper, maybe about a 2,000, 3,000 grit sandpaper, and very gently just go over it, and then you may just have to buff it. Now, if you do something like that, that kind of a repair, make sure you put something inside the guitar so that the crazy glue doesn't wick through the crack and fall into the inside of the guitar, because you don't want that. So this is really, really great. It's available on Amazon. And that's where I've been ordering them, and they've been coming in just like clockwork, and I put them in there. Now, there's another place that you can do this. You don't have to put it in here with the strings. What I've been doing lately, because of the thickness of this little piece of plastic top here, I just take it here and I slip it under the strings like that, and I put it into the case. So it makes sure that everything is humidified. And actually, with this guitar, because I'm a little paranoid about this guitar, because I really like this guitar, I put 2 of these in there. So I would encourage you to go to Amazon and order the humidifier from Oasis. I can put a link down below if you would like. You know what? Why don't I do that? I'll put a link down below, and if you order it, they'll probably send me 10 cents or 20 cents or something like that. But at any rate, I'll put a link so you can find it. It's really, really important. Now, it will fix a crack in time. It won't be done immediately. You'll have to do it over and over again. Now, for the guitar that's been sitting by the furnace, you need to put that into a case when you do this. Otherwise, you're now using this to humidify the whole room, and you don't want to do that because that isn't going to work. So put it into the case, get this inside the guitar, and I wouldn't do it up, unless you get 2 of these. I would put one up here, but I would definitely put something in the strings. You're going to change the strings anyway, so don't worry about that. Just make sure that you set them in there and that they're all good to go. Now, that's it for me today. Thank you very much for joining me. It's a short video today, but it's a very important video. I have other videos on the channel pertaining to humidity, and I'll try to link those, or you can just type in Monty McKinnon humidity and see what comes up, and it will surface there. So you get all of this, and there's a gel in here, by the way. Don't do anything with that gel, just leave it there, just fill it up and forget it, and make sure that you keep your guitars well humidified. So that's it. Time for some tea. Oh, it's a good day. Yes, English breakfast tea, folks. It's the way to go. And thank you for the reviews on the book. I really do appreciate that. Thanks very much. Bye for now.